Hello viewers, welcome to Core for Any. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Online grocery backend Node API. You need to insert these tutorials. You need to create here the carts, ads, updates, remove and cart list API. We need to develop today here. First of all, you need to write down here some titles. First of all, to go inside the tops and to write down some message to const dot to write down here the MSG and invalid items is equal to write down here the invalid product item. Then after we need to another message we need to set here the MSG add to cart item is equal to write down here the item added into cart successfully. Need to write down this message here of this here and paste this here. Then after we need to create here the update cart MSG update item. Now need to copy this and to paste here to write down here the updated quantity into the cart successfully. And then after another message we need to set here the remove from cart. Write down here the remove from cart successfully. Now this is the message we need to here today. We need to define here the const value, and now need to start here the add carts API. We need to develop. First of all, need to check here the database tables. This is the cart detail tables. Inside need to create here the one entry. Need to write down here the first of all app dot post, and to write down here the API need to create slash API slash app slash need to write down here the add to cart, and then after need to define here the two callback events request and object to response functions operator we need to use here. And first of all we need to print here the request body. We need to print here the debug log and to write down here the dot body to write down, and this request body save inside the request object variables. Need to save here, write down here the request dot body, and now need to verify here the access tokens are valids or invalids. Need to check this here. So write down here the functions. Need to call these functions access token check access tokens functions are the calls here, and first parameter need to pass here the request dot headers need to pass here, and then after another variables need to pass here the response object need to pass here, and need to return here the user object if valid. Get here the user data need to get here, and write down here the callback functions write down here. And now we need to pass here the required type is equal to need to check here the all app user, that's we need to pass here one set here. Now we need to here check here the parameters valid gets or not. We need to check here the helper class dot here the check param validate methods are used here, and pass here first of all first parameter are the response, then after need to request object, and after we need to set here the check parameters. First of all need to pass here the product ID, and then after need to set here the qty, and it is the callback if valid. Get this response here the this callback methods, and after need to first of all the check here we need to first of all check here the product ID. These product are valid or not valid. You need to verify first of all. If you some type product are the deleted, and that's one need to add quantity cards. This is not good for. That's one to first of all the verify the product here. TB query need to write down here the select pro ID and to write here the from and to use the table names product detail. Now need to set here and to write down here the where product ID equal to question marks and check here the status. Question mark need to set here the by default ones, and now need to pass here the query parameters. Need to write down is the request dot product ID. You need to pass here, and now need to call here the DB function callbacks method. Need to write first one is the error parameter, second one is the result parameter. Need to pass here and write down here the functions. First of all, need to check here the if get here error, then need to throw here helper through. Write down here the throw error HTTP and to write down here the errors and response fires returns and return these functions. Now we need to if this valid. First of all, we need to check here the text count or length equal to more than 0. This product are the valid. Write down valid item. Else parts need to write down here the invalid and to first of all need to pass here the response. To write down here the response dot JSONs. Need to write down here the status equal to pass here 0, and you need to set here the message and to write down here the SG invalid items. Need all this here. Now need to if this valid, so need to enter entry for the cart details tables inside. Need to write down here. First of all, need to write down here the insert query, the query down this here, and to pass these parameters. Function TB functions callback event. Need to write down first parameter are the errors and second parameter are the result. Need to pass here and functions. First of all, need to pass this value here, that here. Okay, now need to write down your query. First of all, need to open our tables and to go SQL and to select here the insert query. You need to use this insert query copy, and now need to paste this here and to remove this cart ID no needs here because this is the auto generates. Then to remove these 3 columns no needs here and to remove this here, and now need to create here the brackets and to pass here the 3 value question mark and to pass here the 3 value. First one is the user ID. So now pass here the user ID, user object dot user ID. You need to get this user here to get user data and to pass here, and to use here the request dot product ID pass here, and then after need to get here the request dot quantity. Need to get here the y and to set this here. Now this is that the methods need to call to insert, and now need to check here if get result, then need to here value. Now please and to change this message to get here the msg now, and need to copy others and now need to paste here and to paste here once and change this message add to cart successfully and give the message. And this API are the done add to carts. Now need to develop here the update carts quantity API. Need to develop post app dot post methods. We need to use. We need to copy these methods and to paste here. Now need to change this here to API name. Write down here the cards API. Now need to check here the access tokens first. Then after we to check here the valid parameter get here or not. Write down here the cart ID parameters need to get here for the updates. Now need to remove this here the product nodes to here, and now need to write down here the update query. You need to write here the false need to go inside here the our use here the this update. Now need to copy this here and we need to paste here the this query. Now need to remove this cart ID parameters. Need to set here the quantity parameters need to pass here and set here status needs here and modified dates, and to write down here now functions need to use here the functions here, and first of all need to check here the cat ID marks and we need to pass here. Then after we need to check specific this users, write down here and method here ID pass this here. And first of all need to check here the quantity value that by default active status need to set here. Check here if check request check dot and we here quantity and to this parameter equal to get here 0 and to the status is equal to delete status need to set, and now need to pass here some value. False need to paste dot cart ID pass here. Then after need to product ID and first we need to set here the quantity QTY, then after give status value now add here, and then after need to get the category ID product ID and pass here user ID user dot object dots user ID you need to pass here, and we need to write down here the check if get here error, so need to throw this error here and return these functions and stop these executions. And if you not get here errors, then to write down you to check here the affected row more than 0. Yes, this is the true. Into here updated successfully. Need to copy this here and to return this message here and updated successfully message. You need to here the returns updated items. To call these methods here. Here, and now need to paste this here. Now need to save, and this is the update cards API are the done here calling, and now need to create here the remove cards API. We need to develop here. First of all need to copy this API and now need to paste this here and to rename these names. Remove cart API need to write down here, and to needs here the no needs quantity we need to remove this here, and need to remove the status value no needs here and set here quantity. Now need to set here the cart ID ready. Now need the value as a past here for the delete this value here pass first, then cat ID product ID and user ID need to pass here, and then need to check here the get errors and to throw here error and return this function and terminate education. If you not get this error, then need to check here the result affected row more than 0. Hence need to data updated successfully. Need to pass here item deleted successfully message need to return here. This message are returns. Now this is the remove carts API are done, and now need to develop here the cart list API. Need to develop here first of all. Now need to copy this API here and paste here the API to write down here the names cart list API need to set here, and now need to check here the parameters. Need to functions here. Now need to set this, and now need to one by one need to all the gets here the all information related to products, and then after we need to set this here. First of all, we need to go inside our homes API, and we need to copy this first API, copy first. Now need to paste inside this value, paste this here, and check here the question mark value need to give here. First of all, need to set here the status, always need to here 1 and here, and we need to check here offers details. Need to change this table to another tables. Need to set here our cart tables need to set here at the over inner joints need to pass here. Go inside the product details and copy this offer details. Now need to copy here. Maybe you need here. To wrong place to get this API. Sorry for that. Text here. Now need to change this data here, copy here, and now need to paste this data. First of all, this API name cart list, and need to paste this here. Put inside paste this here. Now need to set here the cart ID. Need to double set here. Details and write down here CD. Down here CD product ID and to 1. Then after we need to give here the offers details. Need to pass here this query, and now need to set this here and to CD names for this table name. Yes, this here, and now need to check here other things. We need to check here, and now we need offer, and we need to first of all the copy this offer informations, the offer price, and rename this here, change this with it, and now need to write down here the UC dot set here cart ID. After columns names CD dot qty, ID, okay, we need product ID, cut this years and to this year. Okay, now this is the set for the year data here for the UCD, and you need to check here the last ones inside. Write down here CD and this value CD dot ID or and property CD status need to check here, and here so operations, and need to check here the question mark and to this value here. First of all, need to pass here the user ID, this here, and now need to user, and then now this all are the done's this API the calling done's. And one more things we need to get here the data, and to save this here the data we need to this value and to format this text and write down here load equal to need to pass here result set here, then we to need here the total for the card totals need to years, and now need to get here the totals where totals equal to need to pass here parsing this result to need to parse result map functions need to use here the default function dot map, and to check here there's the check card object functions, and to return to one things we need to forget here total price we need to get here, and item price we need to set here, to value we need to pass here. First of all we need to here of last to write down here you need to set here and else, and we need to get the item price set here. Now need to pass into check here first of all this offer price is here, and need to set here is null, then we need to set here the dot price we need to use here, otherwise we need to get the offer price. Now need to get this here and done this value here, and we need to another here same as to support the copy this value, and now need to paste here and to write down here the total price, set this here the price, and now need to calculations need to set this here, and this end functions need to multiply by the cart quantity cd dot ty, set this years and to create here brackets, and to bracket this over here. Now these are sets, and now need to use this total carts value. Need to use here this value, and now need to paste this here and to return this here. And one other functions need to calculate the reduce, reschedule, schedule. Functions need to and to write down and it's called plus. Get here the totals value, and now need to set this totals here and to paste this here. Now need to restart this node servers and test this all API working good so or not. If you get any errors, you need to fix this here. Now need to Node.js here. Run this our node server. Now need to open here the postmans. You need to open here. Now this postman are the opens done, and to clear this all things no needs here recently those all tabs don't save need. And now need to open here the favorite list API. First of all need to call this here, and to one by one need to rename this API. First of all need to select this cart list API. First of all need to create here the two carts API. Need to calls here to write down here that cards, and to go inside the body and select here give here the ID. Need to here the, and first of all need to open our the database. Need to opens go user tables, and need to select this user tokens or test one user tokens. Need to token just token copy and to paste inside the postmans. Go with the here already set it this here, and now need to another two things. First of all go product details to get here the pie numbers ID set pie, and to quantity ones need to add. Now need to fire this API. Now this add item into carts successfully. This is the carts added successfully, and to check here our tables cart details, and now need to get this value here successfully. Need to get here. Now need to save this API, save as, and to write down here open the save as API. Now need to update carts API. Need to use here to copy this API, and now need to paste this here, and another parameter need to pass here the cart ID, and to write down here the cart ID once, and to save as this API. Now need to fire this API, and it's another parameter to save this here, fire this API. Now this item info are updated successfully. I need to set here the file, save, and to fire this API. Now need to get here its product items. Set quantity by and here. Yeah, now this item updated successfully. Return this message, and to check inside our database this here. Now need to update this quantity, and another item need to number ID, and we need cards add here 6 this here. Now this is the add card quantity. If you select here give quantity 0, then automatically delete inside our database. Need to see here the cart id once and set product id 5 and to quantity 0, and now need to add this API and to cart updated successfully, and to change this here status flag need to set here 2, because need to delete this quantity, and to 0 quantity means the no any quantity needs. That's why I need to update this here the status. And now need to create here the cart list API. We need to develop here. And remove unused parameters, not years, and save as this API as a cart list. Save this years, and to get this carts, these users, you need to send these files, and to get this list here, total item price, total price, get years, and get this images here, and cart ID, quantity, get this all value inside the related to product information need to get here. Now another, you need to write down here the remove carts API. We need to write down inside our postmans. We need to post these years, copy these years, and we need to write down here the paste, and to write down here cart, and we need to product ID years. Now need to copy this here, write down here the save as, paste this here. Now need to set here the cart ID and to get the product ID 6. Now need to fire this API, and to items remove from cart successfully. You need to get this message. This is remove this years, and to now check against the cart list at years, and cart list remove this message because display here. Success. Now need to get years and years, this issue here, and update successfully. Get here's the success message. And if you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notification. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment section. I will help you and sort out your issue. And everyone have a nice day, and goodbye and take care.